As the Forge inheritor, Chicha has multiple weapons and cycles through them in this order: polearm, spear, dagger axe, halberd, bow. This is her passive skill. With each basic attack, she recovers health and switches her weapon and combat form. When her basic attack or skills hit, she gains a stack of fighting spirit which boosts her attack speed, stackable up to 8 times. When Chicha is in her defense form, skill 1 is a crowd control and dash skill. Chicha carries the enemy along while dashing to a target direction, dealing damage to and launching enemies along her path. Skill 2 is a recovery skill. Chicha thrusts forward in the target direction, knocking enemies back and recovering her health. When Chicha is in her offense form, her skills will change. After casting skill 1, she dashes in a target direction, carrying enemies to her landing point and launching them. Skill 2 becomes a sweeping attack that deals damage, knocks back targets within range, and recovers her health. The more enemies this skill hits, the more health she recovers. When Chicha is in her overkill form, her weapon transforms into a bow. Skill 1 fires a piercing arrow in the target direction and knocks back enemies. If an enemy hits a wall, they are immobilized for a short duration. For Skill 2's duration, Chicha has crowd control immunity and damage reduction, dealing grievous damage to enemies and knocking them back while recovering her health. This skill can hit up to 5 enemies. Her ultimate has an enhancement effect. After using it, Chicha gains a burst of movement and attack speed and breaks through her fighting spirit limit. Her basic attack can also be used while moving, dealing extra damage when hitting enemies. This is her maximum damage output combo. Start by using basic attacks on monsters or minions to switch into offense form. Then, use offense form's skill 1 to engage and crowd control the enemy, weaving in basic attacks for damage output. Follow with skill 2 to recover health, weaving in another basic attack to enter her overkill form. Next, activate her ultimate for a burst of movement speed and attack speed to chase and deal quick damage output. Once skill 1's cooldown refreshes, use overkill form's skill 1 to immobilize the enemy against a wall and keep outputting damage. Finally, use overkill form's skill 2 to clean up low health enemies and round off the damage with her ranged basic attack. When Chicha is at level 1, focusing on skill 2 gives Chicha fast lane clearing. Against strong early game laners, use basic attack on Firebeak or Spiketail Beast to refresh her overkill form. Then, poke with the ranged version of skill 2 while clearing the lane. Against weak early game laners, directly use skill 2 and basic attack on backline minions. Once overkill form's skill 2 refreshes, use it to attack both the minion wave and the enemy. At level 4, when Chicha unlocks her ultimate, she gets a strong power spike. Use her ranged basic attack and skills to chip away at the enemy's health, then time her ultimate and basic attack for quick damage output to secure the kill and snowball the side lane. Before a team fight, Chicha generally uses monsters or minions to pre-enter her offense form, allowing her to deal damage immediately after joining the fight. However, she is quite squishy, so she should avoid frontline damage output. Instead, flank from behind or from the brush. Only enter the fight after the enemy has used crucial crowd control or defensive skills to greatly increase her success rate. In the early game, Chicha focuses on farming. After clearing the lane, she can use teleportation portals to rotate and assist teammates, helping them build lane advantages and snowball their gold. By the mid to late game, after she gets equipment like Doomsday and Blood Rage, her damage and survivability increase significantly, allowing her to contribute much higher damage output in team fights.
Draw the flame! Enough words! First strike's mine!